Hey everyone, Daniel here, and in this video we will dive into the question if low reps with more weight is better than high reps with less weight. For someone who's been in the fitness industry for more than 15 years now, I'm excited to dive into this topic and give you guys some insights. Before diving into this, I will give you guys a secret. If you've been training with me on my fitness app, where I structure the meal plans and training programs for each client, you will actually see that I use both methods in my workouts. And after I will explain the pros and cons of each method, I think that you might understand why I use both techniques, heavy weight with low reps and lighter weight with high reps in my workouts and also in my clients' workouts. Have you tried the DN Fitness app? For less than a cup of coffee a day, you get a personalized meal plan and customized training program to reach your fitness goals. This is not an app with some generic fitness programs and meal plans. I personally custom tailor each plan for every client, so you will work with me personally. The app is just a tool where you access your plan. You will also have an access to a knowledge database, video demonstrations and instructions for every exercise, and the supplement guide, so you will know which supplements are worth the money if you ever want to invest in supplements. There's also a mental well-being section, office stretches if you work a sedentary job, 24/7 customer support, and much more. You can also choose if you want to work out at home or in the gym. There are different dietary options: vegan, keto, on a budget, low carb, gluten-free. The app allows you to track your progress and it works on all devices. When working out with weights, our goal is usually strength gain or gain size, muscle mass. In most cases, both. Some preach that higher reps, anything from 12 reps or above with higher volume, is better for muscle gain. On the other hand, you will have an opposite opinion that heavy weight with lower reps, here we are talking anywhere between 2 to 8 reps, is better for strength and muscle gain. So what is the best approach to gaining muscle mass? Training volume and the right progression scheme are the key factors that will drive hypertrophy and strength. Training volume is basically the number of sets and reps you're doing for each exercise, each muscle groups with the given weight. That being said, you can use both. You can do lower reps with heavier weight, and you can also do more reps, more volume with lighter weight. There are studies that show that you can gain muscle mass with lower weight and higher volume, and also with heavy weight, low repetitions and lower volume. But most of these studies are quite short, like 8 to 10 weeks, and most of those studies are also on untrained subjects. From my personal experience, I can say that throughout the years of training, it is best to combine both, because the more years of training, the more training you have under your belt, the slower will be your progress. I like to start with low volume workouts, and then through the microcycles or weeks into the workout, I build the volume up. For example, if I start my workout regimen with 6 reps for my delts, after 8 weeks I might end up with 9 or 10 working sets for my delts. I increase the volume based on how my muscles are responding to the workout regimen. I might even do almost the same amount of sets at the beginning and in the end if I manage to progress through repetitions, meaning that I lift the same amount of weight for more reps. The key point is to seek some kind of progress during your training. This is not something that happens fast, but if you look at week 1 of your training and after 5 or 6 weeks, if you notice any fragments of progression in terms of more weight or more volume with the same amount of weight, you are doing a good job. Now, the benefits of heavier weight and lower reps. If you're doing heavier weight, lower reps, you will of course increase your strength, and also you will boost your testosterone levels and also your growth hormone levels, especially during heavy compound movements. On the other hand, less weight and more volume put less stress on your joints. Also, keeping good form, it's much easier, and because of that, the risk of injury is lower. I like to start my training session with low reps and heavier weight, especially if I start my workout with compound movements, which is in 90% of the case. I finish my workouts with lighter weights and higher reps. Now, don't get confused by the terminology light or lighter. The intensity is still high. I still reach muscle failure in 90% of my sets. I just don't do every exercise in 4 to 6 rep range, and neither should you. Imagine doing lateral raises with a weight that you can barely lift 4 to 6 times. Not good for your rotator cuff. If you are a beginner in your fitness journey, you should definitely start with lighter weights and slightly more volume, more reps until you master good form on most of the exercises. If your nutrition will be on point, you will make great progress either way. So why not spare the heavier weights, lower reps for later when the progress stalls? And by that time you will also master the exercise execution. Now, the most common mistake when I go to the gym is when I see guys and girls, but mostly guys, that they are lifting really heavy weights with poor form. Jerking the weight instead of using good controlled form, good controlled repetitions. These are mostly new lifters that want to impress their friends, or I don't know, they want to prove to themselves that they are able to lift that amount of weight. But the exercise and your training will be much more effective if you lower the weight and execute the repetitions with proper form to really target the desired muscles. Also, the risk of injury will be much lower when doing with slightly lighter weight and with good form. We can all search for different studies to see what's best and what's not, but there's also a human factor, and that's you. Try to figure out what you like to do and what works best for you. I like to do my compound movements in the low rep range using heavy weight to gain strength on those exercises, so I can then also use more weight in a hypertrophy phase on different exercises but using the same muscle groups. That's why I periodize my training cycles or phases. For example, I may have a training phase where I focus more on strength gain, especially on compound exercises, and I use the weight that I can lift in a 4 to 6 rep range. And this phase may last from 5 or up to 8 weeks. After that, I would probably do a deload week, and then I would probably go into the hypertrophy phase where I would focus my repetitions in 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 rep range. 20% of the exercises would be in a low rep range, 4 to 6 reps. And this is something I also structure for my clients in most cases. The key is really to stay consistent, strive for progress, but also listen to your body. Sometimes you have to take a step backward in order to be able to make 2 steps forward. You sure don't want to get injured. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you will not miss the future videos. Until next time, take care.